Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hope we're all having a fantastic day so far. I know I am. Beautiful day here in Palm Springs, about 70 degrees and sunny. Could not complain about that whatsoever. And now that we're in December, it's definitely about that time. We need to put together a video of just some good, simple, not too complicated, not too expensive gift ideas for anyone in the cigar industry. Now, a lot of these they're probably already going to have, but let's be honest, things still get broken, lost, damaged. It just kind of is what it is. Or maybe they've been using something that's pretty low grade for many years and it's just time to level up a little bit. This will be really simple. We're going to go over some real easy accessories and then do some cigars, of course, right after. Starting us off, the hard case. If you're doing any kind of traveling, or if they're going to do any kind of traveling, they definitely are going to need one of these no matter what. It doesn't have to be a cigar caddy, but this is probably the most recognizable name in the cigar industry for a hard travel case. It might say Zycar, it might say something else. They're all about the same. They're all going to be relatively cheap as well, anywhere between about $20 to $100. It really just depends on the size and kind of what you're going for. The cool thing with these though, they have a whole bunch of different colors. You do not have to get them in black, right? They even are made with sports teams logos, all kinds of stuff, so they can be personalized. So I definitely recommend something like that if you if the shoe fits. Cool little humidification coin if they care to use it, but it's also much easier as well sometimes just throwing a Boveda pack in there. At least that's what I've always done. It works out great. But I've had one of these for years. The seals are still good. It's been, to hell and back, and it still does perfectly fine. Does the job, no problem. So definitely a strong contender, especially if you're really not trying to get too crazy, dollar-wise, which is very understandable given just the current climate of things. People aren't really working with too much money right now, so it is definitely a good idea to have some options on the list that really aren't too crazy. Of course, that being said, if you're looking to get someone a very nice cutter, there's of course a lot of options as well, but I would definitely suggest something like these guys, because these have always treated me really well. The Le Finlam straight cutters, like these knives. Of course, you can use it for other things if you need to. Not gonna lie, it's happened to me before. I've cut up a lot of stuff with mine. Definitely don't recommend that, but it can be done. Nonetheless, lifetime warranty on this blade, right? So if something happens to it, they will fix it. It's something you can have forever, passed down to someone if you really like, but just classy, super sharp, just absolutely a beautiful gift idea, So, and of course, a lot of different handle options, right? All different finishes. This is just one of the most popular ones for us. But yeah, very, very nice. Definitely an appropriate gift idea. Those do start at $100. So again, not the cheapest things in the world, but if they've been using a cheaper cutter for a long time and they're starting to really become an aficionado, got to get them a good cutter, man. This guy's really appropriate. Yeah, a little more budget. Really nice high quality cigar stand. Now I know a lot of ashtrays have that anyway, but sometimes it's still really handy to have a really good high quality cigar stand. This guy's a two-piece, he comes apart. I'll try to do that if I can one-hand it. Yeah, there we go. So it'll come apart and you can slide it in this little leather sleeve that it comes with. Super sick too. But there's some really good weight to it. Really nice. I've got one myself. Absolutely love it. These guys are $40, so definitely more reasonable. Still super sick. Again, a good brand name that's very recognizable in the industry. Maybe a stocking stuffer even, but definitely a good idea there. And then just something a little bit more classy, still in the world of a cigar case. You definitely wouldn't want to store anything in here for a long time, but maybe you're going out to dinner with some friends and family, maybe something a little bit more classy. This guy's going to fit that bill just fine. Real leather. So yeah, those guys. Real simple. And again, it can be all kinds of other things, right? It could be, maybe they're a pipe smoker. You could get them a pipe stand. You could get them some other pipe accessories. These are just some basic ideas for mostly just cigars or just cigar enthusiasts. But again, just trying to spark some creativity with you. Cases, cutters. There are lighters, but I would say the reason I didn't put one out here, we've been having a lot of issues with lighters recently. I don't know what's going on, but the quality's definitely gone downhill quite a bit. And if you're going to buy someone a $100 lighter, it's definitely unfortunate that can sometimes just last them a week or so. So kind of left the lighters away, stuck with some stuff like this. I felt that to be pretty appropriate. Let's pick out some good giftable cigars. Now, we hopefully saw the Thanksgiving video I did. Obviously, we stuck with some nicer smokes, but this, you got to do arguably some of the nicest smokes. And of course, we'll still throw a couple things in there for more of the budget guys anyway, but we're going for a little bit more of a wow factor. I think this is a great way to start it off right there. Foundation, 10-year, Anniversario Maduro, man. Absolutely ridiculously good. Larger smoke, it's a 7x58. I'm totally okay with that. Honestly, the transition's beautiful on this cigar, but just overall an exquisite cigar in every way, right from the shape, the presentation, really, really nice. And if you feel so inclined, they do also make these 10 count boxes. Beautiful presentation, definitely really giving you that wow factor at that point. And yeah, you can offer, you can get this for around like $400, somewhere in there. So really, depending on what you're consider getting them for Christmas, definitely a strong contender right there. Man, just a great smoke. Great smoke. And of course, if someone's used to smoking more like lower quality options, then of course you can definitely wow them just fine with, say, something like the Tabernacle. Like if someone's been smoking budget Maduro bundle cigars for a while and you throw them one of these, that's definitely an appropriate step up, definitely an appropriate gift, because let's be honest, they probably would not get one of these for themselves. They just won't do that. A lot of guys in the cigar world, they've got that number in their head that they won't go over no matter what, and this is definitely over that number. I think for that reason, we'll probably include this as yeah, I think so. We can make this an appropriate gift option for more of a budget guy that's looking for a Maduro. So you got that Foundation 10-year, got that guy for the budget boys, right? So it's like if you've been smoking Foundation for a bit, you got to give them this guy. And if they never smoke Foundation, or they're just not smoking really boutique brands or quality stuff, this would be an awesome introduction for them. Not sacrificing quality, and you're under $20. That's pretty sweet. Don't really think any of the My Father products are very appropriate for this, nor Oliva. But again, same thing like in theory, just like with that Tabernacle. If someone's only been smoking, bundle Maduros, and you throw them even like one of these Melanio Maduros, like this would definitely still be a good gift idea for someone like that, because certainly a substantial leap in quality, flavor, draw, everything. So you can still do that. It's just you got to kind of know when it comes to cigars and gifting cigars, you really need to know kind of what that person likes if you really want it to be a meaningful gift. If someone's smoking 660 Maduros, you can't get them some Lonsdale, Connecticut and think that they're really going to be happy about that. It's just not realistic. Of course, the most appropriate gift ideas, in my opinion, if anyone's trying to get me something, you can just go with something like this. I promise I won't complain. Dream to Dynasty chest, especially if they're a collector. Picking up like a rare sampler or a chest of some kind, right? You can do the God of Fire KKP, Dream to Dynasty. What's up, Carlito? Nice and festive. Right, you got all these count boxes, and also look for like 10 count boxes or just really small samplers. You do not have to get someone a 25 count box. Like look at this, the Opus X Don Carlos 5 count. Beautiful presentation. It's nice and sealed, dated, everything. Like this is a good idea as well. Again, assuming that they're a little bit more like a collector or an aficionado, those are great. The rare pink 5 packs, right? All these, very appropriate. Right, because maybe they've had the singles, or you just feel like being a really good friend or spouse. This, you're getting the presentation, you're getting a better deal, everything. And these guys are just really, really good, really high quality, really rare. It definitely still gives you like that wow factor without getting too crazy on the price. Now, if you want to do the full box of rare pinks, obviously that'd be a little bit of a different story. Definitely a little bit more of that sticker shock. But these 5 packs, honestly, they're really feasible. Yeah, that's that front angle on that Foundation 10 count. Shoot, maybe a good gift idea. You guys can just hit up Bad Hombre Cigars, and he'll just 3D print you some sick Olmec heads or something else, man. That's also probably a good gift idea. But yeah, it's a 10 count box. Beautiful, beautiful box. That latch on it. So, I mean, you can even just do that for, you know, a few $100 too. Still a really good idea. Of course, Opus X. Great gift cigars. We're going to have to throw a couple of these in there. If you gift me a cigar, it's kind of one of those things where I have so many cigars. They need to be really impressive cigars. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up giving them to someone else when you're not looking. And a lot of other people do that too. Bam. Opus X. Good foundation. Golly. Really nice. And you could, you know, sit here and just rip every single one of these guys. It's all appropriate. But ESG, rare pink signature, very appropriate as well. Bam. Oof. She's looking good. Oh, man. They're close. These are really close to being a gifty, the old Encore Black, but let's be honest. Mirafell. Probably the highest quality Dominican product I got. Mirafell. Definitely a good gift idea. Especially, these guys really do the gifting thing right because they give you like these little boxes to put them in. They've got a whole bunch of their own packaging and stuff. So you could even just pick up literally one of those for someone. And it comes with all this amazing packaging. You can just hand it to them, right? And it's a very appropriate gift. And if they know cigars at all, they're going to be like, where did you even find this guy? Because those are some super rare, very old cigars. Definitely one of the coolest companies that we've ever had in the shop without question. And I will say also probably the best customer service I've had with the company as well. Just absolutely phenomenal, man. Mirafell. If you're not familiar with these guys, you really need to look into them. They are definitely what the industry needs, I'll be honest. So definitely got to have one of those in there. Obviously, they have different sizes as well, but for open boxes, I only have the Corona Gorda, so that's kind of why he's going there. But he is a very appropriate Christmas cigar as well. Yeah, you got to have some Family Reserve Padron, man. Especially, just got the PB Black Maduros in, man. You already know one of those is going in there. So we're going to do one of those. And one of the Maduro 45s. You know, even the natural is really, really good. I'm usually partial to like the naturals from Padron. They're usually like a little spicy for me. But man, the naturals are still really good. I still like the Maduro better, of course. But man, just look at this lineup. These blacks, man. Wicked. She's pretty hardy, but you already know we're missing my staple. There she is. The 80 year. So we're going to do you and the 50 year. Really, let's be honest, any Padron Family Reserve, no matter what that Family Reserve is an appropriate Christmas gift. It doesn't matter. And if you're really that hung up about natural or Maduro, I'm going to tell you it's not that big of a deal. They will still appreciate that cigar regardless. Oh, man. Looking real good. Let's see. Sampler? That'd still be a good gift idea. I mean, you got the Seth's favorite sampler right there, man. I mean, your Christmas shopping's already done when you think about it. That's a banger of a pack. But we need a single. We need a single. Stay on track. A Liga? Ligas are definitely getting there. Same thing, I picked out my favorite Padrones. We went over the samplers. I could do... You know, I probably should, just because I'm such an Opus guy. I might have one or two of you left. There she is. The Forbiddens. Yep. That's definitely appropriate. I feel good with that. Nice. That. Definitely a Christmas smoke. Love the Forbiddens. Okay. That's... How do we do this here? Ooh. Now, I know we're all a little bit different, but you're gonna tell me that's not a pretty darn good and impressive Christmas lineup? There's not one of those cigars that I would turn my nose to, and hopefully you would say the same, because those are beautiful, exquisite cigars. Definitely appropriate Christmas options. Don't break the bank, in my opinion, for a gift, right? Like if you're going to not get some dude anything, but you're going to get him one cigar, none of these are going to put you out like crazy bad, right? The most expensive one is the Forbidden. He is $75. The next one would be Mirafell. He's like 60-ish, right? But other than that, that's pretty doable, man. Any one of those, any aficionado is going to be real happy about. I would be careful, honestly, with the Mirafell, just because if they don't like mild cigars, then do not get them the Mirafell. But everything else pretty darn good. I might just make this my Christmas lineup. That's looking real good. But yeah, so stick with the nicer cigar. Remember, it's a gift, man. It's a gift. And what's 40-ish bucks as a Christmas gift, man? It's really nothing if you think about it. So I got all these guys picked out. This is just my opinion of an appropriate Christmas smoke. Naturally, the most important thing is that you kind of know what you're getting that person that works for them, right? Like you can't get some dude a 660 Connecticut if he really wanted like this Tabernacle or that Foundation, So just take a minute, maybe go look out in the ashtray, right? And just dig around, see if you see any rings or anything. Because if you're still going to spend 40 bucks on a cigar, even though that's not like, the end of the world, you still want them to enjoy that cigar. It's kind of the whole point. And you want them to know that you care and you took the time to find in a cigar that's right for them. So, but yeah, good accessory options, awesome cigar options. And at the end of the day, we really just need to be making sure that we're enjoying each one's time, right? These are very special times of the year. Really want to enjoy those special moments. Take some time. Maybe you get a bigger smoke, right? And it's not all about how much you spend on the gift. It's about the gift itself and the thought, right? If the person really needed the $20 travel case, then get them the $20 travel case. Don't try to load them up with a bunch of expensive cigars. But hopefully this did something for you. Hopefully you got some kind of value out of this. Again, the accessories don't end here. They are unlimited. You can go ashtrays, right? You can go all kinds of stuff. So see what you think. But nonetheless, appreciate each and every one of you. Definitely appreciate all the support. I hope the holidays are as good as possible for each and every single one of you. If you like this kind of content, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.